Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about some new makeup releases, some things I am interested in, some not so much, some I'm not sure. I am on a low buy, so I'm trying not to buy too much at once, but this is the time of year where I feel like all the good makeup starts to come out. August, September, October. That's when we start to see all the fun fall releases, holiday releases. I feel like summer is a bit slow for new makeup releases, which is good for someone like me who's on a low buy. But yeah, I feel like the releases from like spring and summer, not always as exciting, but this time of year is when the good stuff starts to come out. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about these things. Let us know if you are interested in buying some of these, or if you've already bought them, or if you're on a low buy or a no buy. So yeah, let us know. Stay tuned. I upload 4 videos a week, and let's get started. Okay, the first thing I admit is really cute. Probably wouldn't buy it, but the Makeup Revolution and Clueless collab. So there's a palette and there's pens and there's all sorts of stuff, but my favorite part of this is that makeup bag with the yellow plaid. It's so cute. I loved the Clueless movie. Like, when that movie came out, I can't remember how old I was. Yeah, I was in the 90s, so I was like, I don't know, I'm 37 now, so I'm pretty sure I was like in middle school-ish when that came out, and I loved it. I watched that movie so many times over and over and over again. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I think the makeup bag is super cute. I love the yellow plaid. I still, to this day, think about that yellow plaid outfit that she wore in the movie with like the jacket and the mini skirt. I would love to have an outfit like that. To this day, I still think about that. Maybe I should just buy one because I've seen some like online that are kind of like inspired. Anyway, makeup bag is cute. Probably wouldn't buy it, but yeah. The next fall release does not surprise me at all. It's the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice, calling it the Second Slice palette. This looks just like the other one. I mean, I'm so confused. Too Faced has so many of these palettes that look so repetitive, like so repetitive. I have not bought an eyeshadow palette from Too Faced in a very, very long time. I don't know, this literally looks like all the other fall palettes that they have, and then there's also like a pumpkin-y colored lip color that they always come out with, which I did buy one of these several years ago, and I actually did really like it. But yeah, definitely would not buy this. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury, of course. She's expanding the Pillow Talk line. She has to. She's obsessed. We get it. The Pillow Talk face palette is coming out. I don't know when this is coming out. This looks pretty, but I admit, so when I first saw this, I was like, ooh, I really want to get that. But then I've thought about it, and it's like 2 highlighters, 2 blushes. I feel like this could easily have been like a duo or a set of 2 different duos. I think that would have been better. I have the Pillow Talk blush and I absolutely love it. It's actually the blush I'm wearing today, and I think it's great. But I don't know. I think that this face palette for me does not have enough variety. I do not get enough use out of my face palettes, and so I am very picky about the face palettes that I purchase nowadays. I did buy her Nudegasm face palette, which came out last fall. That one I like more because it's got like bronzer, contour, blush, and highlighter. I don't know. I just feel like this palette looks a bit repetitive even within the 4 pans, so I actually don't think I would buy this. Okay, there's a bunch of eyeshadow palettes that I'm interested in. First of all, the Sigma Alice in Wonderland palette. It looks beautiful. It looks, the colors, I love the movie, the packaging. So on the Trend Mood 1 Instagram where I saw this, it said it's $59. Usually their palettes are $49. $59 seemed like a lot, and that may be because it's a collab. I didn't buy their Cinderella collab. It looked really pretty, but I ended up not buying it. Now I'm like, I don't know how much that one cost. I can't remember. I don't know. I should have looked that up. I don't know, but I thought the $59 seemed like a lot, but it could be because it's a collab with Disney. So I'm not 100% certain, but I did see Angie's video on the palette and it looks gorgeous. It's like totally colors that I like. It's a couple of more neutral shades combined with some colorful shades, which is what I like. I like palettes that have enough variety where I can do different looks. So yeah, just because I don't wear bright, colorful eyeshadow every day, some days I do, I'm trying not to buy a lot of palettes that are all completely colorful. Now, there's gonna be some colorful palettes I'm talking about in this video that, again, I'm not totally sure that I would get. But this one seems like right up my alley, like what I like. But I'm not 100% convinced. I have a lot of palettes. Do I need to buy any? No. That's always the answer. Will I buy more? Yes, but that's why I'm on a low buy. I'm just trying like not to go overboard, but I think I want to get this, but I'm not 100% certain. Okay, speaking of colorful eyeshadow palettes, Sydney Grace is doing a collab with Tina from the Fancy Face. She is great, and I do have her palette that she did in collab with Odin's Eye, and it is gorgeous. And so this one is called the Tropicolor palette, and it is definitely more on the colorful side. Very, very pretty, lots of blues and greens, and it is inspired by Jamaica, and it looks beautiful. I'm not 100% sure I want to get it though, because again, it's quite colorful, and I don't know that I'd get much use out of it. Now, I do have 2 palettes from Sydney Grace, and the formula is amazing, absolutely amazing. And I feel like I have Tina's collab from Odin's Eye, which I really, really like. So this one I don't think I'm gonna get, but it is a really, really pretty palette, and I'm really happy to see this collab. I think it's great. Tina's awesome, Sydney Grace is awesome, so it's an awesome collab. I just don't think that I would necessarily buy it. Also, Sydney Grace released a palette, I think last month, or it was during July, during their Christmas in July sale. The Mountain Trail palette. This is a 9-pan palette, and this is my thing, okay, because it's warm tones and then there's greens in there. This palette I feel like I would get a lot of use out of. It's definitely like my type of colors, and like I said, I love the Sydney Grace formula based on the 2 palettes I have from the brand. So the Mountain Trail palette I think is kind of like higher up on my palette wish list, because I think I'd probably get more use out of that one over the Tropicolor one or even the Sigma and Alice in Wonderland. So I'm not sure. I'm trying to be careful with the palette purchases, especially because yes, I have a lot of palettes, over 100, I know. But yeah, Mountain Trail palette, it looks gorgeous. More palettes to talk about. So the new Nomad palette, which is it's called the Cloud Forest palette, and it is based on a rainforest in Costa Rica, and it looks beautiful, also very colorful though, which obviously is inspired by the rainforest. So there's a lot of blues and greens in this one. It's very, very pretty. I don't think I'm gonna get this one either, just because I don't think I'd get a lot of use out of it. I did buy the Nomad Fête de Provence palette, which came out, was it last month or the month before? I don't know, I'm losing track of time. The Fête de Provence palette is really beautiful, and I've actually gotten a lot of use out of that one. It has some colorful shades, but again, some kind of more neutrals, which is what I like. You know, I think I'm trying to buy things that I'll get use out of, and I feel like I have a lot of colorful eyeshadow palettes already. So if I want to do a really colorful look, I have so many options to be able to do that. And I feel like if I bought this palette, I would not have the opportunity to use it as much as I would want to. Now, another palette, this one came out like 2 months ago, and I was thinking about buying it, and I didn't, but I'm still considering it, and that is the Primal palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. I did buy the Dollhouse palette a couple months ago, and I really, really like it. I think it's a great formula. So the Primal palette, I think out of all of the colorful palettes I'm talking about today, this is kind of the one that is most up my alley because there's a lot of jewel tones in this one. It's not as much of like a bright palette. So I feel like personally, I tend to wear more jewel tone colorful shadows than I do like the really bright rainbow type colors, if you know what I mean. So this palette, I think I would get more use out of than the other palettes, and I have another palette from the brand and I know I really like it. So This is still the one that I'm like really thinking about. But that's one of the things on my low buy, and I talked about this in a low buy tips video, I think last month, is that waiting and seeing has really helped me a lot, because it's like multiple other palettes came out since one that I wanted like a month or two ago. So there's so many options out there. You know, I can't buy all the palettes, I can't buy all the makeup. So for me, giving it some time, waiting and seeing has been really helpful. And then it's like, if I'm still thinking about it, for example, the Sydney Grace Mountain Trail palette that came out like a month and a half ago, and I find that I'm still thinking about it and I'm still like, ooh, I'm attracted to this palette. I feel like that says a lot. Whereas some other stuff will come out and then within a week or two, I forget about it because there's so many other releases. Okay, here's a new release that I actually just received in PR, and I'm wearing it today and I'm so excited about it. The Merit Beauty Cream Bronzer Stick. And I love cream products, cream blush, cream bronzer, love them. So I was really excited that I got this in PR. So I'm planning on doing a video on it. Hopefully that will already be up by the time this video goes up. So stay tuned, check that out. But I'm wearing it today for the first time. I wanted to test it out a little bit before I put it in a video, but so far I like it. So yeah, I'm wearing it today, you know, with a whole bunch of other makeup. But yeah, I'm all about the cream bronzers and cream blush. Like those are, I'm not as into cream highlighter. I'm not. I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow and I like that, but when like cream and liquid highlighters come out, I'm not like, I don't know. I'm just not wowed by highlighter anymore. I feel like a lot of them look the same, but cream bronzer and cream blush, I want to buy them all. So yeah, I was really excited I got the Merit one in PR. More Charlotte Tilbury releases, which I don't know, they're just like not doing it for me. So she's coming out with a brightening face powder. It's in 2 shades, and so I'm assuming it's gonna be like a fairly translucent powder, because one of them is like a stark white and then the other one looks like it's like a medium shade that would be brightening on deeper skin tones. $46. I'm not into this. I don't need it. I have plenty of face powders, and I did have the other like super hyped Charlotte Tilbury powder. I completely panned it and I liked it, but again, for 40 something dollars, I'm just not like so impressed with that product that I wanted to buy it again once I finished it. So I don't know, it's like a little bit of a translucent powder. I mean, I've got some from like the drugstore and ColourPop that are great. Do I need to pay $46? No, I don't. She's also coming out with a new concealer. This is 30 shades, $33. The shade range doesn't look great based on the picture off Trend Mood Instagram. Hard to tell, but it doesn't look like the deep shades are that many. And again, I don't know. Charlotte Tilbury is just like a hit or miss brand for me. I really like the Pillow Talk blush, like I said. I really like the Bar Up Gold face palette, and I really like her larger eyeshadow palettes. Her quads don't impress me. Her face powder didn't impress me. The Hollywood Flawless filter, now that I loved and I completely panned it, but now that the e.l.f. Halo Glow is out and I bought that, I don't need to buy the Hollywood Flawless filter again. So Charlotte Tilbury to me is a brand where I'm like, I really like some of her products, but others I'm just not into. I've never tried any concealer from her or foundation. Somehow they just don't really intrigue me enough to spend that kind of money. So I wouldn't buy either of these. I will say something I want to see and I'm waiting for is to see what she releases for a larger eyeshadow palette for the holiday season, because every year she releases one of her larger $75 palettes. Usually those come out in like September or October, and I have the 2 from the last 2 years and I loved them. So those are the Bejeweled Eyes to Hypnotize and the Smoky Eyes Are Forever. Those palettes are so good. I still use those on a regular basis. I absolutely love that formula. I think it's so much better than the quads. So that I would actually buy. She hasn't actually shown that palette yet, so I haven't seen it, but I'm just like assuming one is going to come out because she releases one every single year in the fall time. So that I want to see. If I like the color story, I want to buy it. A brand I have not tried very much from is Lawless Beauty. I did have one of their mini eyeshadow palettes and I thought it was a good formula. It was very nice, but I ended up giving it to my mom just because I felt like I already have a lot of neutral palettes and it just wasn't something I needed to keep around. So I ended up giving her that palette and I haven't tried anything else from the brand. However, this collection looks really pretty. What is this called again? Oh yeah. So it's Daisy Girl is the color. It's this beautiful baby pink. So they're coming out with a lipstick, a gloss, and a blush. The gloss and the blush look so nice. Like this beautiful, like kind of like brightening baby pink type color. I don't know. And I hear really good things about the Lawless lip glosses, but I've never tried one. So I don't know. I'm actually maybe like kind of interested in the blush and the lip gloss. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe something I'd get like on sale or something. But this says it's limited edition actually. So I don't know. I may just shop my stash for similar colors, but I admit that this did intrigue me. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the Natasha Denona My Dream eyeshadow palette. There's also a lipstick and a face palette. So this is supposed to be like Natasha Denona's like favorite colors. I admit the palette looks really pretty. It definitely does look like a bit of retro, a bit of glam, a bit of green brown. I don't know. So I was not sure when I saw this if this is one of her larger palettes or her mid-size palettes, but several people DM'd me on Instagram and told me that they did see somewhere that it is a midi palette. And I would be much more likely to purchase it if it was a midi palette versus one of her $129 palettes. I own a lot of palettes from Natasha Denona. I'm actually wearing the mini Biba today and I absolutely love it. I really do like her formula. The face palette looks nice too. I probably wouldn't buy it. I don't tend to use face palettes a whole lot and I definitely don't need new lip products, but I admit if this is truly a mid-size palette, I would be interested for sure. But yeah, we'll see. And this has gotten sneak peeked, but this we have not heard like at all when this could be coming out. So I don't know. I admit I'm intrigued. So I admit I like to kind of keep a wish list and think about things. I'm trying not to make impulse purchases. So out of everything on this list, the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, the Sydney Grace Mountain Trail, the Primal palette from Blend Bunny, those are kind of the things I'm thinking about the most. I don't know. We'll see, but I am kind of getting excited for like the fall releases because like I said, like September, October, that is like when the really exciting stuff comes out and I really want to see what palette Charlotte Tilbury releases because she does it every year. So I'm pretty sure she's going to have another one of those larger $75 palettes. So that I would definitely want to buy if I like the color story. So yeah, that is it. Let us know what you think. Have you already bought some of this stuff? And hopefully I'll be doing a video on the Merit bronzer or we'll have already done that by the time this video goes live. So yeah, that is it. Let us know what you're buying. Are you going to be on a low buy or a no buy? If you are, stay strong. You can do it. So yeah, that is it for this video. Stay tuned. I upload 4 videos a week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.